Picture this. A team, battered and bruised after a crushing defeat, steps onto the pitch with the weight of history pressing down on their shoulders. The world's eyes are fixed on them, not just as athletes, but as symbols of resilience, hope, and national pride. Every pass, every tackle, every moment is scrutinized. In this crucible of pressure, most teams would falter. But not England's Lionesses. Instead, they ignited a performance so electrifying, so utterly dominant, that it sent shockwaves through the very foundation of European football. This is not just a comeback. It is a statement. It is a warning shot to every rival, and a rallying cry to fans across the globe. The stakes for the UEFA Women's Euro 2025 have never been higher, and the drama unfolding in Switzerland promises to reshape the future of the women's game forever. To truly understand the magnitude of this moment, let's rewind. England arrived at this tournament with the afterglow of a historic triumph still illuminating their path. Only 3 summers ago, they lifted the European Championship trophy for the very first time, breaking barriers and inspiring millions. That victory was not just about football. It was about social change, gender equality, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. The Lionesses became household names, their matches drawing record crowds and unprecedented media attention. Brands scrambled to sign endorsement deals. Grassroots programs saw a surge in participation, and young girls across the United Kingdom dreamed of donning the famous white shirt. In many ways, England's win was a revolution, not just a result. Now, as they step onto Swiss soil, the expectations are nothing short of monumental. The UEFA Women's Euro 2025 is a tournament unlike any before it. Hosted across 8 magnificent Swiss stadiums, from the bustling heart of Zurich to the dramatic alpine backdrop of Bern, the event will stretch from the 2nd day of July to the 27th, marking nearly an entire month of drama, spectacle, and high-stakes competition. 16 of Europe's elite teams have gathered, each with their own stories of triumph, heartbreak, and ambition. But this time, there's more than just glory at stake. The prize pool has ballooned to a staggering 41 million euros, a sum more than 150% larger than the previous edition. This is not just a number. It is a signal from UEFA that women's football is no longer a sideshow. It is the main event. Let's put that figure into context. When the Women's Euro was held in the early 2000s, total prize money barely reached 6 figures. Now, the sum on offer rivals the budgets of some entire football federations. For players, this means more than financial reward. It is recognition of their talent, dedication, and impact. For the broader sporting landscape, it is a call to arms. Investment is pouring in from sponsors, broadcasters are dedicating primetime slots, and the global audience is swelling by the millions. The ripple effects are enormous. More resources for youth development, better medical facilities, and growing parity with the men's game. In a world where gender equality in sport remains hotly debated, the Euro 2025 is a milestone. But with great reward comes even greater pressure. England's draw in Group D is a veritable gauntlet. France, a perennial powerhouse with a legacy of technical brilliance. The Netherlands, known for their tactical innovation and attacking flair. And Wales, hungry to prove themselves and upset the established order. This group has been dubbed the Group of Fire by analysts. And for good reason. Every match is a potential make-or-break moment. The Lionesses' opening clash with France was billed as a classic, and it delivered. Just not in the way England had hoped. In front of millions watching across continents, they faltered, losing by 2-1. Georgia Stanway, the midfield dynamo, later described it as a bad night out, a diplomatic understatement for a bruising defeat that sent shockwaves through the squad and fan base alike. The media, never shy in their criticism, pounced. Headlines questioned whether the magic of 2022 had faded. Pundits dissected every tactical decision, every missed opportunity. Social media was ablaze with debate. Was this the same team that had inspired a nation, or were they buckling under the weight of expectation? For the players, the pressure was palpable. As Captain Leah Williamson later reflected, "We've never been in this situation before. Even playing such a hard first game, everything's been different. This was probably one of the highest pressure games we've played." But true champions reveal themselves in moments of adversity. In their second group match, facing the Netherlands, a team with its own proud history and a roster bursting with talent, the Lionesses needed more than just a win. They needed redemption. Manager Serena Wiegman, herself a former Dutch international, made bold tactical changes. Lauren James, typically deployed centrally, was shifted to the wing, unlocking her pace and creativity. Georgia Stanway took up a more advanced role, intent on driving the attack. Electrifying was restored to midfield, bringing stability and vision. In defense, Alex Greenwood's return added composure, while goalkeeper Hannah Hampton was tasked with initiating play from the back. From the opening whistle, the transformation was clear. England pressed high, passed with intent, and showed an intensity that had been missing days earlier. Lauren James set the tone with a breathtaking solo goal, cutting in from the flank and curling the ball beyond the Dutch keeper. A strike that will be replayed for years to come. Georgia Stanway doubled the lead with a shot that took a wicked deflection, sending the crowd into raptures. The Dutch, unable to cope with England's relentless energy, found themselves on the back foot. Ella Toone, seizing on a loose ball, made it 3, her celebration a release of pent-up emotion. By the time Alex Greenwood had marshaled the backline and Hannah Hampton had launched a pinpoint pass leading to a 4th goal, the result was beyond doubt. England had not just beaten the Netherlands, they had dismantled them, cruising to a 4-0 victory. The statistics were staggering. England completed over 600 passes with a 90% accuracy rate, recorded over 20 shots on goal, and maintained possession for nearly 70% of the match. But numbers only tell part of the story. What mattered most was the collective spirit. As Georgia Stanway told BBC Sport, "This is about showing who we are. We want to go back to proper England." LJ Lauren James set the tone with that goal, and we all just followed. We fought from the first minute to the very last. Manager Sarina Wiegman, visibly moved in her post-match interview, captured the mood. The response of the team after the France game, how we came together, how we played, was massive. Goal difference can make the difference. She spoke of the hard conversations in the days leading up to the match, the willingness to look each other in the eyes and ask, what needs to change? For Wiegman, who has engineered championship-winning teams in both the Netherlands and England, the lesson is clear. Resilience and adaptability are the hallmarks of greatness. Yet, beneath the celebration, a storm is brewing. England's tactical adaptability and emotional resilience will be tested again and again as the tournament unfolds. The group stage is a marathon, not a sprint. Rivals like France and Wales are not just skilled, they are motivated, each with their own narratives of redemption and ambition. The media scrutiny is unrelenting. Every slip, every injury, every moment of hesitation will be magnified. Lucy Bronze, the experienced fullback and one of the squad's emotional anchors, summed up the challenge. "We know when we play well, we can beat any team, but bringing your best game every single time? That is the tournament." History offers sobering lessons. In tournaments past, England have often started strong, only to falter under the weight of expectation. In the World Cup of 2015, they reached the semifinals before heartbreak struck. In the European Championship of 2017, a promising run ended in disappointment. The lesson is clear. Momentum must be guarded jealously, and unity must be constantly renewed. The ghosts of inconsistency still linger, and the margin for error is razor thin. As the battle for €41 million and European supremacy heats up, the big question looms. Will England's best version emerge when it counts most? Or will fatigue and pressure crack their armor? Remaining group matches against Wales, a rivalry steeped in history and emotion, and a rematch against France, who will be eager to reassert their dominance, represent crucial junctures. Every point gained or lost could alter the trajectory of the tournament. As Leah Williamson observed, "This is one of the highest pressure runs we've ever faced." The emotional toll of bouncing back from defeat cannot be underestimated, and the pressure only intensifies from here. But there is reason for hope. The Lionesses' emphatic response against the Netherlands has reignited belief, not just within the squad, but among fans, pundits, and even rivals. Key figures like Lauren James, whose flair and creativity make her a nightmare for defenders, and Ella Toone, whose tactical intelligence knits the midfield together, have proven they can thrive under the brightest lights. The squad's depth is also a weapon. Young talents, nurtured in club academies benefiting from the recent surge in investment, are ready to step in and make an impact. The tactical flexibility shown by Wiegman, willingness to change formations, to trust new players, to adapt on the fly, could be decisive as the tournament wears on. Yet, every strength brings new challenges. With every success comes fresh expectation and scrutiny. Rivals will study England's tactics, poring over hours of video, searching for vulnerabilities to exploit. Injuries and fatigue, inevitable in a grueling month-long tournament, could force further changes. Overconfidence, too, is a silent adversary, as Wiegman reminded her players. Goal difference can make the difference. Even the smallest details might be decisive. Let's not overlook the global context. The media spotlight is more intense than ever. Broadcasters from Asia to the Americas are beaming matches to record audiences. Social media trends are dominated by Lionesses hashtags, and every goal is analyzed in real time by fans and experts alike. The pressure to perform is not just sporting, it is cultural, even political. Supporters demand nothing less than excellence, and every misstep becomes a national conversation. But beyond the results, there is a deeper message here for anyone watching. Whether you're a football fanatic, a business leader, or simply someone striving to overcome personal challenges, England's journey is a masterclass in resilience and adaptation. After a bitter defeat, they didn't just regroup, they redefined themselves. They asked hard questions, embraced uncomfortable truths, and emerged stronger. As Georgia Stanway put it, "This is about showing who we are. We want to go back to proper England." That commitment to authenticity and team spirit is something anyone can learn from, on or off the field. It is also a testament to the power of honest reflection. England's squad and coaching staff did not shy away from tough conversations. They looked each other in the eye and asked what needed to change. That kind of open dialogue, combined with a willingness to tweak strategies and trust new talent, is vital in any high-pressure environment. The lesson? Setbacks are part of any ambitious journey. But what matters most is how you respond. When you're up against the wall, the right mindset and unity can turn a bad night out into an unforgettable comeback. Zooming out, the implications for women's football are profound. The surge in prize money, over 150% more than the previous tournament, reflects a broader transformation. UEFA's decision to allocate €41 million is not just about cash. It's about respect, investment, and the recognition that women's sport is here to stay. Consider that just a decade ago, women's football struggled for airtime and resources. Now it is a centerpiece of the sporting calendar. Grassroots initiatives are flourishing, with participation rates among young girls at all-time highs. Clubs are building state-of-the-art facilities, and new leagues are emerging across Europe and beyond. The ripple effects extend far beyond the pitch. Greater investment translates into better medical care, improved travel conditions, and enhanced support for player welfare. It means that aspiring footballers from all backgrounds can dream bigger. The growing media coverage attracts larger audiences, which in turn brings in more sponsors and partners. The virtuous cycle is accelerating. Experts predict that, within a decade, the commercial value of women's football in Europe could rival that of established men's leagues. The debate around equal pay, once considered utopian, is gaining traction, and the Lionesses are at the forefront of that movement. But challenges remain. Player burnout is a genuine concern, as top athletes juggle club and country commitments. Ensuring equitable access to resources across all regions, especially in less affluent nations, remains an ongoing battle. The emergence of new powerhouses such as Spain and Sweden promises to disrupt the established order. And as the sport grows, the pressure to innovate, whether through technology, data analysis, or novel coaching methods, will only intensify. Looking ahead, what are the keys to sustained success? For England, fostering team cohesion is paramount. The camaraderie built in training camps, the trust forged in moments of adversity, will be tested again and again. Embracing innovative strategies, whether in nutrition, recovery, or tactical preparation, could provide an edge. Investing in youth development, ensuring that the next generation of Lionesses is even more talented and resilient, will secure the future. And, crucially, maintaining a culture of humility and hunger, never taking success for granted, will be the foundation of continued excellence. The success of Euro 2025 could pave the way for further expansion. Experts speculate that future editions might see even more teams, new host nations, and even greater investment. The dream of a truly global women's game, where opportunities are equal and talent is celebrated regardless of gender, is closer than ever before. So to answer the big question, can England sustain this form and unity through the rest of Euro 2025? The evidence so far suggests they have both the tactical flexibility and the mental fortitude to do it. But as Lucy Bronze said, this tournament is about bringing your best game every single time. There are no guarantees in elite sport. The margin between victory and defeat is measured in moments. One missed tackle, one inspired substitution, one flash of brilliance. Yet, if the Lionesses keep building on their resilience and innovation, they have every chance to lift the trophy once again, adding another glorious chapter to their already storied legacy. And here's a secret fact you might not have heard. UEFA has increased prize money by over 150% for this tournament, reaching over €41 million in total. That is not just a reward for the winners. It is a signal that the women's game is growing, fast, and England is right at the heart of it. The Lionesses are not just chasing a trophy, they are shaping the future of football, inspiring a generation, and proving that, when the pressure is highest, true greatness emerges. If you found these insights valuable, subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns on global sports, economics, and technology. Drop a comment below. Where do you think England's next big test lies? Can the Lionesses make history yet again and inspire another wave of change? Until next